morning everyone, just getting the engine warmed up for off to get the MOT. I'm just making sure she's early and ready to go and everything, and just make sure my sat nav's working. Just tied it in its little pot so I can see where I'm going. Practice having this at the level I want it at. Been a really stormy night, windy stormy night overnight. Still a bit windy, a little bit rainy, but we should be okay. I'm going to go early and make sure I can get there and take you with us, hopefully. Catch you later. Good girl, come on. So we've just, it's 10:30 now. We've just parked on the street opposite the garage and just down a little side road because it's recreation road, so it's obviously a park here. Chief, come here. Chief, this way. So just going to see that Chief stretch her legs. That's a nice park. So this is School Road. Opposite is a dog over there, got to be careful. Chief, wee wees, come on. Just letting her see if she wants to go in here. Go in here, go wee wees. Up here then, good girl. Come on, quick wee wees. Good girl. Not what the neighbours think, but it's a quiet area of the park. I've just got to keep an eye out for dogs. Get a bit of time. And then we'll go drop back down to the garage. Good girl, go and do wee wees. Have a quick walk. Oh, yes, I know. Where are we? Good girl. Be careful. So yeah, I'm still feeling quite positive. You know, it is what it is. But I've got a lot of hope for her. I'm hoping she'll surprise us and come back with a good ticket. But you know, that's in the laps of the gods and the spirits and everything. Come on then, good girl. You're right. Anyway, I'm going to need to answer this in case a dog comes. So I'll catch up with you when we get to the garage. I am so emotional I can hardly breathe. I've just arrived at the garage. We're just parked up on the forecourt half hour to go. Hey Chief, good girl. Yeah, I know you've been a good girl. We're going in there, Thurcroft Test Centre. I'm just so emotional. I'm just so trying to hold it together. You know, this means so much to me, and I don't want to talk too much because I'm going to break down. So no, yeah, he's going to come in a bit, and we'll check the cats in the back, and I'll jump out and wait in the waiting room and see how things go. What's going on, Spirit? He said, what's going on, Mum? Yes, I know. This is so important to us. So fingers crossed we can keep hope on the road. And so we don't mind a bit of work. I don't want a bit of work, but we don't mind a bit of work as long as it's doable. It's my first time to put her through a test. Obviously she's been plated before, so they've been really strict before being a horse box. So I'm just presenting her as a campervan. So it should be a bit easier. But we'll see what happens. I'll let you know news very shortly. So she's here, and just have a quick look at her now. So everybody keep their fingers crossed because I'm so anxious. Spirit's up in the window watching. Good boy. We're at Thurcroft Test Centre. Thank you to Alison Smithson with a big yellow American bus who recommended me to come here. It's about half hour away from the bungalow. A nice drive. So we'll see what happens next. We just had a big long conversation about her class. So she's a 4 or 7, but it's been good. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, so apparently she is going as class 4, which is the motorhome and 20 size. Apparently class 4 is like up to 3.5 ton, and class 7 is like over that. But being a camper, and she's been classified, so she's allowed to go through as a class 4, which is the good news, which is what we wanted to know. So they're prepared to do that. So that's the first stage of it done. Now we've got to get her through the test. Here she goes. I drew a picture on the dashboard of where all the gears are and told him it's all backwards, so at least he's found those gears. That's a good start.
Come on, touch that way. Yeah, straight up. Getting the touch.
He was going down the old.
Like that. Yeah. Go down here. This side. Yeah. A little bit more. Go down on the top bottom line. Do they just in there?
Yeah, well, certainly.
Yeah, it's come on now, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The lights are temperamental. Ian did the repair yesterday and we had a bit of a problem with the flickering indicator, but then it was okay, and it's just done the same for them here. And they were just mentioning about the barder, so I might have a look at that and where Ian took all the lights off. Whether they're going to pass or fail that yet, we'll see what happens. It stopped and started working, then it started working. Right, exhaust test now. Let's see what happens here. Oh. See what they find underneath her. Just wobbling to test the suspension. It's clever, isn't it? Well, they just put me through a right old tears because I thought she'd failed on the exhaust fumes, but like I said, she'd been through a while, and I think they just give her a bit of a blowout and let it be. And I said, well, how many bad has she got? She goes, you're okay. I said, what do you mean you're okay? So I'm waiting to seeing it, but I have a funny feeling. I have a pass certificate coming my way, which is absolutely amazing, even with the lights playing up and everything. So I'll let you know in a minute. There's that review on the way back. Spirit smiling down at me. I am so grateful. Well, that was an interesting Friday the 13th, wasn't it? We're home safe. We have our MOT certificate in our hand, and it was no advisories. Do you know what? I just broke down. I was I was a mess. The MOT guy was called Ian as well. Thank you, Ian. He was a trooper. Oh God, you know, I was such a nervous wreck beforehand. I've had so much pressure building up over this, and obviously emotionally, I was fit to burst. But we're home safe. We drove home back. Not to a good old Hope had to sort of throw a spanner in the works as usual, didn't she? She had a little bit of a brake issue on the downhill bit. So there's me pulling the handbrake up on a bit, going down, but it cleared very quickly. But it's certainly a bit of a wake up call. But I've obviously got a bit of sediment or something in the brake pipes. It's only happened 3 times since I've owned her. So that'll need a good old clearing out somewhere along the line. But, you know, she works fine. Handbrake worked fine. It cleared within a second. I'm just aware something's going on there. But forget all that. We have an MOT certificate, and I feel so blessed. Obviously, huge thanks has to go out to Ian Mully of IJM Restorations over in Millhouse Green, Sheffield, who, you know, he stood by me. He's been there. He's supported me. He's done mates rates. He's helped me when I had no money. He's had money thrown at him when I've had the money. You know, I'm always going to give him that work because he stood by me, and, you know, he will do the budget and the bodge as much as necessary whenever I need it done. And we just knew it was about getting her legal, getting her safe, getting some bits done that I need to make her livable. And there's still a bit more to do. Obviously, I want to get her painted and that. We're just going to forget that. Obviously, I've got to tidy the bungalow now ready so I can leave it for a month or two, so I can go home for a bit, visit my mum, and get things sorted down there. And but right now I just need to just breathe and relax and cherish the moment. You know, huge thanks to Di Rawson of Forever Glass Heart and Jane, who have backed me, sponsored me, supported me, paid for my dinners, bought me, you know, food, clothes, gifted all, you know, their surplus bits, and been such a great support during my time when I've wobbled and been very fragile, and obviously been very sick too. She's like my mother hen, as I call her. She's just literally that sort of earth angel who's just been absolutely fabulous, and I feel so blessed that she crossed my path. And there's a good future with us too. We know that we see a good long friendship coming ahead, and like I said, she could be my flipping mentor, my manager, and she says she's going to be my bodyguard. But you know, she'll keep me on track, and I appreciate that, and I value her so much. But yeah, it's obviously not quite the end of January yet. I've got a lot to do with Hope, but obviously I'm out of money, completely out of money. I haven't even got any fuel now to go down to my mum's, so I've just got to settle down, tidy the bungalow, do my different piles of things for sale, to donate, to, you know, to keep, got to come back in the van, and just basically keep selling bits there and reinvest it into the wood that I need, the insulation I need, the CLS timbers I need for the build, even solar panels and things like that. I've just got this big grin on my face. It's been a long time coming. Thank you, spirits. There's obviously it was a struggle letting go of Grace. It was hard work. It was you know, emotional, but I wasn't happy with her. And I always say that, you know, you've got to take those leap of faith because something's better coming. And when Spirit found Hope, she's just wonderful. She is the perfect vintage van that I've always dreamed of. I'm so emotional. I'm not going to keep waffling on. You can see how happy I am. I'm so truly grateful to my followers, my supporters, my sponsors. You know who you are. I feel truly blessed right now. Yes, we've got, now the hard work starts. Now I've got to somehow convert her. I'm not going to push to go to Stratford-upon-Avon in April because obviously I've got issues with my mum and that, and I don't want to. I won't want the furnace to paint it before then. I obviously need to go back to Ian's to get a few more bits done, which we haven't done yet with garden, mending the fiberglass and that. And I obviously need to get up on his bus ladders to paint her. So what I'm probably going to do is wait till the better weather come April time go back to Ian's, finish the jobs off. Obviously got to raise the funds for that. Get her painted, get back up on that, like I did with Grace, get the old paintbrush out and give her a good old painting over. And I intend to be ready for Van Life Festival in June. That'd be my first proper thing that I'll be going to. I've also, there's Van Love Festival as well, I've got a ticket for as well. So June is my time back out there. So between now and then, I've obviously got some personal things to deal with, my own health and obviously family health as well. And big trip ahead to go back to Gloucestershire. Should get there, but I've now got that motivation now to go sort that bungalow out. Like I say, we've just got to sort myself out. And then obviously once, it's not just also getting her painted and getting her ready for display and showing off me and the cats and everything at the Van Life Festivals, but obviously I've got a business started in August, so I've got to be ready for that as well, get my stock painted, get my stock made, work on that. It's all about money. Obviously I'm still going through my debts at the moment, I've got to sort of clear all them. But, you know, the world's in such a mess in a way, but you know, there's a lot of people being awakened, a lot of people, you know, are all coming to their gatherings and we're all communal. It's all about unconditional love. It's about putting that love out there. And I've been very blessed to have people cross my path, and there are going to be many more cross my path. I'm also going to give back to the community as much as possible, especially regarding my free drumming therapist and circus, and that, you know, and that will obviously promote my drums and advertise me as well. Lots to do. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you to everybody. Please don't forget to like that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because now it's going to get interesting. Now we have a van that can go travelling, that can, you know, start getting out there, and I'll hold things off until we start that. I won't go too silly with the cat vlogging and me just sitting and, you know, on my diets and things like that. Hopefully February I'll be going down to Gloucestershire, so I'm just going to give myself a bit of a break, recover, breathe, and plan that big journey, plan that big trip. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.